What if I told you there's one simple food sitting in your pantry right now that could build more muscle than eggs, cost 90% less than protein powder, and help you stay strong and independent well into your 80s? This isn't some miracle supplement or expensive superfood. It's something you've probably walked past in the grocery store hundreds of times without realizing its incredible power for muscle building after 60. Before we dive in, hit that like button if you're concerned about maintaining your strength as you age. Subscribe for more science-backed health solutions, and share this with someone who could benefit from natural muscle building. Tell me in the comments what protein sources you currently rely on and how old you are. I read every comment and love hearing from you. Now let's discover this muscle-building powerhouse that could transform your health. I'm talking about beans. Yes, ordinary beans. And before you click away thinking this sounds too simple to be true, let me share research from prestigious universities that will completely change how you think about protein and muscle building after 60. The muscle loss crisis. After 60. Here's what most doctors don't adequately explain about aging and muscle loss. After age 50, we start losing muscle mass at a rate of 0.5 to 1.5% every single year. This isn't just about looking fit or feeling strong. This muscle loss, which scientists call sarcopenia, directly impacts our ability to live independently as we age. Every pound of muscle you lose makes it harder to carry groceries, climb stairs, get out of a chair, or catch yourself if you fall. The connection between muscle loss and independence is stark and undeniable. Research shows that muscle loss is directly linked to higher risk of falls, disability, and even early death. When your legs can't support you properly, or your arms lose their strength, simple daily tasks become monumental challenges. This isn't just about vanity or athletic performance. This is about maintaining your dignity, your freedom, and your quality of life. But here's the encouraging news that changes everything. This muscle loss isn't inevitable. With the right nutrition and some basic resistance training, we can actually stop and even reverse muscle deterioration. The science behind this is fascinating and hopeful. Our bodies never lose their ability to build muscle, but they do require different nutritional strategies as we age. The protein revolution. Why beans beat eggs? Most people immediately picture eggs, chicken, or steak when they think about high-protein foods. But here's an image that will forever change your perspective on protein. A single cup of cooked soybeans contains approximately 31 grams of complete protein. That's more protein than a 4-ounce chicken breast and significantly more than 2 large eggs, which only provide about 12 grams of protein. The bean family has multiple superstars beyond soybeans. Lentils pack over 18 grams of protein per cup, while kidney beans, chickpeas, and black beans each deliver around 15 grams per cup. These aren't just numbers on a page. These are genuine muscle-building powerhouses that have been hiding in plain sight, available at a fraction of the cost of animal proteins. Now let's address the old myth that plant proteins are somehow inferior or incomplete. Most beans are slightly lower in the amino acid methionine, but incredibly rich in lysine. Rice and other grains are lower in lysine, but higher in methionine. It's as if nature designed them to perfectly complement each other. When you combine beans with rice, or any whole grain, you create a complete protein profile that rivals or even surpasses meat. This isn't some new age concept either. Cultures around the world have understood this fundamental biology for thousands of years. Think about it. Rice and beans in Latin America, lentils and rice in India, hummus and pita in the Middle East. These combinations weren't coincidental. They were born from practical wisdom about creating complete, muscle-building nutrition. The science behind beans and muscle building. The research on plant proteins is causing a revolution in the scientific community. In 2020, a comprehensive analysis examined 13 different randomized controlled trials involving over 800 participants, all over age 60. The results were stunning. Plant protein interventions showed no measurable negative effects on lean muscle mass over time compared to animal protein controls. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. When participants combined resistance training with their plant protein diet, the results were even more dramatic. We're talking about significant gains in muscle mass that matched or exceeded what researchers typically see with animal proteins. One study that particularly caught my attention followed 37 elderly vegans who consumed 18 grams of mung bean protein daily for 8 weeks. These people weren't following any structured exercise program, just going about their normal daily activities. After 8 weeks, 45% of them gained more than 1 pound of lean body mass, compared to only 7% in the control group that didn't receive the extra protein. But it gets better. Their grip strength increased by over 3% compared to the control group. The researchers found that these strength gains occurred even without changes in muscle mass, suggesting that plant proteins may improve muscle quality through mechanisms we are still discovering. Understanding aging and protein needs. Here's something crucial that most people don't understand about protein and aging. Researchers have discovered something called anabolic resistance. Essentially, as we age, our muscles become less responsive to protein signals that trigger muscle building. A person over 60 needs 30 to 40 grams of high-quality protein per meal to achieve the same muscle-building effects that someone in their 30s might get from just 20 grams per meal. There's a specific amino acid called leucine that acts as a trigger for muscle protein synthesis. Younger adults need about 1 gram of leucine per meal to flip that muscle-building switch, but older adults need 2 to 2.5 grams per meal. This is where beans truly shine. While they contain slightly less leucine than something like whey protein powder, research shows this difference becomes completely negligible when you increase your plant protein intake to appropriate levels. The timing of protein intake also becomes more important as we age. Studies show that muscle protein synthesis peaks 3 to 6 hours after meals in older adults, compared to 1 to 2 hours in younger adults. This longer, slower response is actually perfect for how beans digest. They provide a steady, sustained release of amino acids that perfectly matches our body's extended window for muscle building. The economic power of bean-based protein. Let me share something about protein economics that might surprise you. Beans cost roughly 1/3 the price of animal proteins while delivering comparable muscle-building benefits. For those of us on fixed incomes, this isn't just about nutrition. This is about food security and getting adequate protein without breaking the budget. A pound of dried beans costs $1 to $2 and provides 12 to 13 servings of high-protein nutrition. You'd need to spend $15 to $20 on chicken breast to get the same amount of protein. We're talking about savings that could literally free up hundreds of dollars per month for other necessities. This economic advantage means that proper nutrition becomes accessible regardless of your financial situation. but the benefits extend far beyond your wallet. Unlike animal proteins, which can raise inflammatory markers in your body, regular bean consumption actually lowers what scientists call C-reactive protein and other inflammation markers. This is crucial because chronic inflammation, which scientists have labeled inflammaging, directly interferes with muscle protein synthesis and accelerates muscle breakdown. Ranking the best beans for muscle building. Not all beans are created equal when it comes to muscle building, so let me introduce you to the champions. Soybeans are undoubtedly the winner, with over 31 grams of protein per cooked cup, and the only completely complete plant protein profile available. They're also the most researched, with dozens of studies confirming their effectiveness in helping older adults build muscle. If soybeans are unfamiliar to you, you might know them better as edamame when they're young and green. These make an incredibly convenient high-protein snack that you can find in the frozen section of most grocery stores. Simply steam them for a few minutes and season with salt for the perfect protein boost. Lentils earn my second-place ranking for good reason. They contain over 18 grams of protein per cup, cook in just 20 to 30 minutes, and don't require soaking like larger beans. Red lentils are particularly excellent if you have any dental concerns because they cook even faster and break down into a creamy consistency. Their mild flavor makes them incredibly versatile, and they're truly one of the easiest ways to incorporate protein into your daily routine. Black beans and kidney beans tie for third place, with approximately 15 grams of protein per cup. I give black beans a slight edge because of their exceptional antioxidant content. The anthocyanins that give them their beautiful dark color are powerful compounds that support muscle recovery and reduce inflammation. These beans are excellent for batch cooking because they maintain their texture when frozen and reheated. Maximizing digestibility and comfort. The main concern I hear from people about beans is digestibility, but science provides straightforward solutions. Pressure cooking does more than any other cooking method to increase protein digestibility, breaking down natural compounds that can cause gas while preserving all the essential amino acids. A good pressure cooker can transform dried beans into highly digestible protein in just 10 to 40 minutes, depending on the variety. Overnight soaking is your first line of defense against digestive discomfort. By soaking your beans in water with a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda per pound of beans, you can reduce those gas-producing compounds by 75 to 90%. Always rinse the beans thoroughly and discard the soaking water before cooking. This single step removes most of the compounds that cause digestive distress. Traditional cultures that have consumed beans for centuries have discovered incredible digestive aids. Adding digestive spices like asafoetida, cumin, or fresh ginger during cooking significantly reduces gas production. It can be as simple as adding a strip of kombu seaweed or a bay leaf to your cooking pot. These natural additions contain enzymes that break down complex carbohydrates, making beans gentler on aging digestive systems. The key to success is gradual introduction. Start with just 2 to 4 tablespoons of well-cooked beans daily, increasing by similar amounts each week. Your gut microbiome will adapt within 2 to 3 weeks, and most people report completely normal digestion by week 8. Lentils, split peas, and mung beans are the best starting points for your bean journey because they typically cause the least gas initially. Real-world success stories. Let me share the story of Beverly Kelly, who proves it's never too late to make dramatic health changes. At age 80, Beverly decided to transition to a plant-based diet rich in beans and legumes. Within months, she reported dramatically increased energy and lost 14 pounds of belly fat. As she puts it, "I need less sleep now and stay active until late evening." What makes Beverly's transformation speak to so many people is that she didn't make this change because of illness or desperation. She simply wanted to optimize her health and discovered what was possible. These individual success stories are beautifully supported by large-scale research. The famous Nurses' Health Study, which followed 85,000 women over 60 for years, found that higher plant protein intake was associated with lower risk of frailty, while higher animal protein intake had the opposite effect. Women who consumed the most plant protein maintained their independence and mobility for significantly longer periods compared to those who relied primarily on animal proteins. Community programs show this translates to the general population as well. The Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program provides vouchers exclusively for fresh vegetables and beans. Participants showed measurable improvements in muscle mass and reduced rates of sarcopenia. Access to affordable plant proteins naturally encourages older adults to increase their intake, with consistently positive outcomes. Practical implementation strategies. Smart shopping is your first step toward success, positioning you for long-term benefits. Buy dried beans in bulk to maximize savings and store them in airtight containers where they'll keep for years. Start building your bean arsenal with the most versatile options. Red lentils for quick weeknight meals, black beans for hearty batch cooking, and chickpeas for snacking and versatility. If you don't already own a quality pressure cooker, invest in one. It will pay for itself many times over in convenience and improved digestibility. Your first week should focus on gradual introduction to allow your digestive system to adjust. Add a quarter cup of well-cooked lentils to your usual lunch soup. By week 2, incorporate half a cup of beans into your dinner. Week 3 brings beans to breakfast. Try adding black beans to scrambled eggs or mashing white beans into a spread for your morning toast. This approach allows your digestive system to adapt while building lasting new habits. Once you establish beans as your foundation, meal planning becomes effortless. Batch cook 2 or 3 varieties on Sunday to provide protein for the week. I prefer portioning cooked beans into ice cube trays for convenient single servings I can grab as needed. Develop different flavor profiles to maintain interest and engagement. Indian spiced lentils with turmeric and ginger, Mexican-inspired black beans with cumin and lime, or Italian-style white beans with fresh rosemary and garlic. This variety ensures you get a range of nutrients while preventing boredom with your protein sources. Optimizing muscle. Building results. For optimal muscle-building outcomes, aim for 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily. If you weigh 154 pounds, or roughly 70 kilograms, you'd need between 84 and 112 grams of total protein. Target 30 to 50 grams of this from beans across your 3 main meals. Combine beans with whole grains at every meal to create complete proteins. Include vitamin C-rich foods like citrus, tomatoes, and bell peppers to enhance iron absorption from your plant proteins. Iron absorption can increase by up to 300% with simple combinations, like lentil soup with tomatoes or black beans with bell peppers. This iron is crucial for your working muscles to transport oxygen effectively. Consider adding small amounts of dairy or eggs if you choose, which can boost leucine levels and enhance muscle protein synthesis. The key is making beans your primary protein foundation while using other sources as supplements rather than replacements. Remember to stay well hydrated, especially as you increase your fiber intake through more bean consumption. Aim for 8 or more glasses of water daily. Consider incorporating some gentle resistance training, even if it's just bodyweight exercises or resistance bands. The combination of adequate plant protein and consistent resistance exercise creates a powerful synergy for muscle building and maintenance. The environmental and health bonus. There's an inspiring aspect that many people find meaningful: environmental sustainability. Producing beans requires approximately 1/5 the water and energy needed to produce the same amount of animal protein. For older adults who care about the planet they're leaving behind, this creates a beautiful connection between personal and planetary health. The heart health benefits make the case for beans even stronger. Daily bean consumption reduces cardiovascular disease risk by 10%, while high animal protein intake is associated with increased heart disease risk. For those managing multiple health conditions, choosing beans over meat allows you to get necessary protein while simultaneously supporting heart health, blood sugar control, and healthy cholesterol levels. This holistic approach to health becomes increasingly important as we age and face multiple health challenges simultaneously. Rather than treating each condition separately, beans provide a unified nutritional strategy that addresses muscle building, heart health, inflammation reduction, and digestive wellness all at once. Your path forward. Here's what I want you to remember from our conversation today. The research supporting beans' ability to help adults over 60 maintain and build muscle is overwhelming and convincing. They provide premium protein at a cost that won't strain your budget, plus heart-healthy fiber, essential minerals, and anti-inflammatory compounds that animal protein simply cannot match. Beans offer a sustainable, health-promoting way to maintain your strength and independence for decades to come, provided you prepare them properly and consume them strategically throughout the day. You don't need expensive supplements or complicated meal plans. You need beans, properly prepared and consistently consumed. The question isn't whether beans can help you build and maintain muscle after 60. The research has answered that definitively. The question is whether you're ready to give them the chance they deserve. This simple but powerful change will benefit your muscles, your wallet, and your overall health in ways that will surprise and delight you. Which bean will you try first in your muscle-building journey? Drop your answer in the comments below. I read every single one and love hearing from you. If this video helped you understand how to naturally build muscle after 60 with affordable, accessible nutrition, smash that like button and share it with someone who needs this information. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss videos designed to support your health journey after 60. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video with more natural solutions for staying strong and independent as you age.